Hello everyone and welcome back. Good to see you here, or just welcome if you're just joining me. Good to have you here. My name is Paul Tranny. Fixed the audio issue, hopefully with the scenes, but let's dive into daily creative challenges. This is basically day one, and yeah, so day one is all about sort of getting sort of level set and understanding what these challenges are gonna all be about. So if you are just joining us for the first time, so you could check out, actually, if you're joining me elsewhere, hop over to behance.net/Adobe Live, and that's where I am at. You can check out the Creative Challenge tab, and you can see right in here, Behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. So this is where all the action is going to take place, right? So that's the idea. And yes, that's what's going on. I'm just reading all this chat coming through. So each day you're going to receive a challenge, right? You get to join the community chat. You're going to watch live like you're doing now, and then you'll share your work. So this is where the videos and the links to the file will exist, but also they'll be out there on Discord. When we say community chat, guess what? That is Discord. You click right there. It will launch Discord. You can see right in here, as I minimize that, Photoshop, and you'll see the challenge. Right, so creative challenge right here. This is from an old one, but you can see 9 a.m. Kicking off a new one. Challenge 1 will be announced 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So that's when we'll get everything started. But typically what I like to do is kind of level set and see where everybody's at with Photoshop, and to really just create a project on Behance. So on Behance, you can go to create project, right? And you can actually post everything to a project right in here. So you can add images, text, all that stuff. So I can jump in here. So daily creative challenge, boom. And let's actually preface that by saying Photoshop. Okay, there we are, boom. Changing this to header, centering it, and then beneath that, we can always put the date, March 29th to, as you can see right in here, it has the dates. We're going to go 9 challenges ending April 9th. Okay, to April 9th. Cool, easy enough. Go in there, change this size, change it to whatever you want. I'll drop it down to like 16. There we go. So let's have some fun, huh? Cool, just checking with everybody. Photoshop, launching Photoshop. We want to make sure we have our Photoshop all up to date, which is under all apps, Photoshop up to date. Ooh, this is, you guys are tricky. They keep adding things to it, which I like, by the way. But check this out. Look, we have, for each app, when you roll over these, each bar, it gives you, check it out, tutorials, templates, plugins, support community, and Adobe Live. So this is all brand new, and this is awesome, right? So we can go out to, in fact, I bet you if we click Adobe Live, this might be another way to get into the daily creative challenges. So this is where you can see that we're live right now. All right, cool. Other resources, get inspired, all that good stuff, right? You get the idea. I encourage people, in fact, let's do this because it does say plugins, and I think this is pretty important. We'll click plugins, and it's filtering by all the Photoshop plugins that we can go ahead and access. Use something like free stock search, right? I haven't used many, an AR copy paste. I haven't used, I maybe tried this one, but you might need access to stock images. So go ahead and install one of those and use it. So here I am. By the way, we can get to it in Photoshop right up here. plugins panel is the thing that would be installed. There's free stock search. Okay, and then there's free stock search pro. And pro will just is not the limited version. It gives you access to all the photos and no ads or anything like that. But right in here, we can say, hey, you know what? We're going to do something based on statues. So we'll type in statue. We'll do a search for photos. All right? And they'll start to load in. We could expand out this panel. And look at that. Sure enough, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous stuff that we have in here. So we can take one of these, right? Save it to your computer. As we click Save to Computer. Actually, I think what the, let's not do Save to Computer. Let's go in here. Let's just click this highest res, 3000 by 5000. Click right there. What happens then is it doesn't save it to computer. It just opens it up automatically. All right, so then we can start working on it. The non-pro version doesn't give you all these sizes, just so you know. But then we can start kind of creating whatever we want to create. I'll scroll down a little bit more. Maybe find something else cool. This one. Why not? Boom, there we are. Okay, you guys get the idea. I think it's like 20 bucks. I think it was like 20 bucks or something. I'm not 100% sure. I got it a while ago when they first launched it. And it's been really helpful. So here we are. Here's our image, by the way. I'm going to search for something. I want to drop something in here. This is what I actually do. I will measure things using, and tell me if you guys do this. Do you measure things using your screen capture tool? So if you do Shift Command 4 on a Mac, you'll get these little crosshairs, right? And you can go ahead and click and drag, and that gives me an idea for the size of this, say, banner. So it would be like 1200 by 300, right? So that's kind of how I kind of gauge things. And then I just hit escape. Okay, so 1200 by 300. I'll go back in here, right? I could do File, New. 1200 by 300. Do you guys do that, by the way? I want to know if anybody else measures that way using their screen capture tool. 1200 by 300. We can make it white. Click OK. It's going to be RGB. Oh, you have a Sig. You have a little utility too. Cool. Yes, you do it a lot. Here's another thing that you'll find out. This is kind of cool as well. Like in you know, sort of like working with the desktop. Again, I'll just copy this image. I'll paste it in there. This might be one I'll use. I'll shrink this down. But what if I want to sample a color, by the way? Let's just drop that in there. Right? I'll go to my color picker over here. Right? And what you could do is you could use your eyedropper. And you can go out to, say, the web as it's known. Come on, Google Chrome, open up. Let's just, you know, if you go to Pinterest, you see something cool out there that you like, right? I'm like, oh, I'm really into this piece. Move that off to the side. That's all I'm doing. And clicking here, and then I can sample. I guess I'm not able to sample. I lied, everybody. Jeez. I thought you were able to sample colors even outside of the browser. Maybe you know a shortcut for me. So anyways, we have the piece that we want, right? We could take this, we could shrink it down. Command 0, right, will allow me to see that whole image. We can bring that into place like so. There we are. Let's add some text. Shop Daily Creative Challenge. There's our text. Let's make it white. And we're just going to play with this, right? Two different ways to work with your text. You always have this bar at the top, and this is known as your Options bar. That's right. I think we might call it something different in Illustrator, but it's your options bar. So that's what you see up here. You have these settings and then you have these settings, and oftentimes they will be the same, okay? But the properties panel, we keep adding stuff to it. So this is going to be awesome, right? So in here, this is where I can go in, say, you know what, let's use maybe Adobe Clean. Let's play with the size or the spacing. So I could type in 100, or I could scrub on any one of these dialogues. I could scrub on it, right? I could get it up to 5,000, no problem. There's 360, 500, right? Or I can say, you know what? I want to do 500 times 2. Right, we know what that's going to give us. It's going to give us 1,000, but also showing you that all these dialogues, you can do math operations in them, right? Which I think is neat. Can the challenge be uploaded a little early? It can be uploaded whenever you know what the challenge is. You can do that. You just don't know what it is yet. Tomorrow's all about like optimizing Photoshop, so I'm just kind of getting started here. So for this, I'm just keeping this simple, playing with this a little bit. Maybe I want, again, I'm just playing with this. Let's cut this out, place that here. Here's my text, right? I could always just grab it and adjust the size like so. Okay, so what I want to do here is I actually want to put this text like behind that statue's head, right? So here's this statue. I can maybe make this a little bit smaller. Okay. But what I want to do is I actually want to duplicate this layer. So Command J, or just drag it down here to this new plus sign in the corner. Okay, so from there, I'll just have this layer selected, and right here we have a remove background. So like it had certain settings or properties for fonts. Now that I have a pixel layer selected, I get all those pixel properties. But we also get these fun quick actions that will just allow me to remove the background. Boom, there we go. Background's removed. Yeah, so there we go. Just kind of removed the background. Remember, I have this layer as well, so now I kind of have this statue and then background, like so. Okay, so now I can take this Photoshop layer and bring it underneath that statue layer, right? Because I wanted this like nice layered look. I thought that would look kind of cool, right? You could still read it as Photoshop. I get it. You're fine. You know it says Photoshop, right? We go ahead and stretch that out. I have an extra space there. That's okay. But I'll try to position this in such a way that we do see both. Let's increase this to 600. And maybe move over this guy a touch. Okay, so now I get to show something else new as well, since I have time. I want to actually fill all of this in with just the sky, okay? So I can use my lasso tool, go in here and loosely select it. I make sure I grab some of that sky so there's no missed part, because if I miss it right here, that's going to be an issue. So I can hold down my Shift key and add to it right there. I have that nice sort of expanded out. I know this is going to bring up some issues, but let's just go ahead and do it. Edit, fill, and then I'll just fill sort of content aware style. Click OK. Right, so what's happening there is it's actually grabbing from other parts of this statue over here, right? So that's the problem, right? I could easily eliminate that by going in here, doing a content aware. Again, the whole goal is just to make a banner, right? Sort of like just a banner graphic, and give us a clear sky, like so. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom. All right, so yeah, this is already bringing up some other things, because look, it's like actually Oh, well, we got a hole right here, right? That's when I did the remove background. It removed too much stuff. We can see over here, it's like, oh, this is what it did. It created this layer mask. It didn't delete those pixels. We have those pixels all still there. In fact, if I just disable it for a second, oh, all the pixels are still there. So we'll enable it. But what we can do is we can, for instance, go in there and paint with white. And bring it back, just like so. That's all. We're just making a fun header. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, people. Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. In this case, for this text, we're going to actually put this in front of, and maybe we will play with the color and the spacing. There we are. If you want if a photo is only sky, does sky replacement work for it? Well, that's a great question. Let's do that right now. Sky replacement, it actually should. Well, this isn't all sky, by the way. You wouldn't really need sky replacement, really, but let's do that. Sky replacement is brand new. Go to edit, down to sky replacement, boom. Sky replacement, no hands mode, ba-ba! Even better. So great suggestion, I love it. You are on top of it. And we can pick from a number of skies in here, as you can see. So we can get pretty dramatic, like so. It does a little bit of light leaking, so it changes the tone. So it does some foreground adjustments, by the way. And we should see that change a little bit. If we go to screen to multiply, we can make it more intense or less intense, right? But there you have it. Click OK. And now you have all these magical layers that it created. So good call. You could load in your own. You can, yeah, steal from this all you want. But this is pretty cool. I love that suggestion. Let's close that. Let's close this. Maybe not that one. I might want to keep it. I might want to use that one. But now with all these here, I can go ahead and drag them into this file and resize and do all that stuff, as you can see. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. This is what happened. It actually, I'm so glad you guys are watching because it doesn't lock these layers, right? So these should be locked. So when I scale them and move them around, it doesn't affect it and it doesn't get out of place. All right, let's close that crazy guy. Okay, let's do this one more time. Boom, boom. Too much going on for a day one when you don't even have a challenge yet. Right? We're doing way too much. We're doing way too much. But hopefully this gets you inspired for what you can do. Because we're going to go crazy the next 2 weeks. And it's going to be a blast. Because I have to admit, I love hosting Photoshop Daily Creative Challenges. I also like the Illustrator ones. But I love hosting these. And just seeing what we can do in 30 minutes. It's just a blast. Okay? Turn that off. Hey, there's the statue. There's the word Photoshop. Do some magic. Do some magic. Do some magic. There you go. Something like that. It's like Poto Hop. This needs help. It is all good. We'll cheat it. We'll tweak this some more, but you know how it goes now. I would have a glimpse of the S. I'd probably give it some more room. I'd probably move that character over some more. But you guys get the idea. All right, everyone. That's all I got for you. There we go. We cheated it. We did it. We'll export it out. Our quick header, just for fun. to the desktop, and we'll call this header. Paul, you did that too fast. I get it. I usually go to export, and I've been going to save for web, legacy, deal with it. There you go. Golden Rose like photo hop. I get it. So right in here, this gives me a lovely preview. We have all these different settings, right? I would want to do just JPEG high, right? Doesn't need to be a ping file. Unless it has transparency, I don't worry about ping. I get a lovely preview of it. I click save. And again, I save it to my desktop as header. And there we have it. Bam, bam. There you go. And now we can go ahead and upload that to our Discord. So again, we'll go into challenge and also to Behance. So right up here to get these 2 weeks started. Yes, super excited for today. We'll upload that. There we go. Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. Right in here, go back to my project that I was working on. Right here, click and add that image and locate it on your desktop. And there you go. So I could either have both or just one. You guys get the idea. I would ultimately load up all my daily creative challenges right in here. Okay. Yeah, I hear you, Rick. Like, let's not get rid of legacy for sure. We do have some images. This is the image we'll deal with tomorrow, so this will be pretty fun. Can't give this to you just yet, but we're going to talk about sort of selecting and really optimizing Photoshop for you to work effectively is the whole goal. So yeah. I still got 5 minutes. All right. For this, we could just delete that text. Maybe I'll move it down. Right in here, reorder project. Bop. Grab this, move it underneath. Save, new order. Now, here's something exciting, and I'm so glad you guys are with me. Ultimately, you're going to have your, and I'll just save this as a draft, okay? Because I wait till like the whole challenge is done, and then I'll post it. But we'll save this as a draft. Ultimately, what I want you guys to end up with is an awesome, hopefully awesome Behance profile. Okay, so you're going to have hopefully all these wonderful images of maybe your favorite pieces, but I love being able to turn those into an Adobe portfolio. So that's sort of next level stuff as well. So it'll just say sort of create Adobe portfolio. In this case, it's edit Adobe portfolio. Right? You sign in, and then you can turn that into your own website, which is what I will do right now. All right. Wait for it. I'm going to switch gears because you guys can't see can't be giving away all the goods. All right, did everybody see me like sort of like lip syncing the letters and numbers for my password? All right, good job. Never mind, it just changed. Nonetheless, look, you could have up to 5 websites. So once you're done with your Daily Creative Challenge, you turn that into a portfolio, you end up with this awesome Adobe portfolio. So you click edit, you could pick the theme that you want, all your designs. It turns into hopefully something gorgeous, as you can see. And you can check that out by going to Paul Tranny's portfolio, which is really just an example site. I'm not looking to get any work. I already have a job, but you can see all this sort of work that I posted. And now you know. Password is password. That's right. It's too obvious. It's too obvious. Nobody will ever guess it. They're not going to be like, how? Password isn't password, right? But I think this is cool. What's cool about this is you can determine which projects you want in there and which ones you don't. So you can see as I scroll down, all this older stuff, I don't want that on my portfolio. I just kind of turn that off, and it works out well. Do you like my logo? I don't know. Everybody says it looks like a P and an R. So it is what it is. So thanks. Mira, thank you. Ukaman, Steve, and Golden Rose, Nushin as well. Really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. And I just like hanging out with you guys. I can't emphasize enough how thankful I am for such a positive community of awesome people and awesome guests that we have, because we have the amazing Marco Ogian. I don't know how to say his last name. He'll probably pronounce it for us. But he's going to do some vector art. He's going to be making a mural. What? This guy has stuff in galleries. So I'm really excited about this. Tune in. He's going to be up in like 3 minutes. So you guys got it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, Emma and everyone. Have a beautiful day. And we will see you guys soon. Thanks so much.